These channels are absolutely crushing it on YouTube right now, and I'll show you exactly how to create channels exactly like this one. Now, if we look at this specific channel, we can see it posted 21 videos. This channel is 10 days old and it has already gotten over 200,000 views. All right. If we look at the latest videos, we can see 25,000 views, 7,000 views, 10,000 views, 60,000 views. And this is actually one of the smaller channels in this niche. We can now go to similar channels and I'll just look for some bigger channels so I can just show you guys how crazy this niche can get. This is one of the craziest things I've seen on YouTube in a very, very long time. So you do not want to skip this video. You really want to make sure that you understand how to create these videos so you can jump onto opportunities just like these ones. All right. So let's just quickly let this load so I can show you guys some of the bigger channels. While it is loading, who am I? I'm Steffen. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars with faceless YouTube channels, and I've helped hundreds of other people do the exact same thing. For example, Martin, we've helped to go to $31,000 a month. Here, another student we took from $200 a day to $400 a day. Then another one to 170 euros a day. Another one doing $25,000 a week, actually a week. So yeah. You can pause this video, go through all of this, but let's continue with the video. By the way, if you're interested in working closer with me, just check out the first link in the video description and book a call with me. So now we can just have a look at this channel here just as an example. Let's see if this is a big one. So I just found this channel and then I was like, nope, I have to create a video like this. So let's actually have a look. So here's a newer one. There are hundreds of channels doing this exact same thing. What means hundreds? But there are a bunch of channels doing this and they're all absolutely crushing it on YouTube. If we look at, for example, this channel here, like some niches, it's crazy. Like even if there are a bunch of people in the niche, there's still thousands of small channels succeeding. Here, another small channel, absolutely crushing it, right? Didn't take them very long to actually get a video here with 123,000 views. So yeah, in this video, I'll show you guys exactly how to create videos like this. It's super, super easy. These channels are printing thousands of dollars every single month, and you can do that too. You can very easily do that too. So now let me show you guys what you're gonna do, and let me show you guys how these videos look like.
At 3:47 a.m., the sky changed. I remember the exact minute because every radio telescope across the planet began.
Yeah. As you guys can see, these videos are super simple. So they basically, if you haven't noticed, this here is actually AI, and they basically like creating this character or animating this guy with tools I'll show you guys in this video. It costs round about, it's going to cost you round about $70 a month to run a channel like this. That's how crazy this is. All right. Okay. So let me show you guys how exactly you're going to do this and how exactly you're going to create a video exactly like this. So firstly, you need to open ChatGPT, and then you also need to open this. Boom. And then you're just going to take the script from here, the link, paste it inside here. Then what you're going to want to do is you want to have this prompt. I'll show it to you in a second. So this prompt, whoops, not this, but this prompt. By the way, you guys can follow this step by step. All right. So here's a faceless YouTube automation niche I want to copy. Pretend you're a professional script writing genius and guru. These are the best performing videos. So firstly, we go ahead and we screenshot these videos right here. Boom. Just paste it inside here. And then using the script I'm going to provide as a reference, write me a prompt to give ChatGPT to write me a script, but for this topic. So now you guys can literally take any topic from your competitor channels. Let me know if I should create a video on how exactly you can pick good video topics. But let's just take this topic as an example. Make sure it's insanely optimized for average view duration and viewer retention and flows the exact same as the reference I'm about to provide. Make sure the prompt and all, wait, make me the prompt and also include the script in the prompt. So now let's actually just copy this script and let's just paste it inside here. Boom. Now we're going to give it. Now ChatGPT is actually going to prompt the script for us. So let's just open a Google Doc because we might need this. Boom. All right. Okay, so here it's basically giving me the whole prompt for this specific video now. As you guys can see, very, very in detail. And now we can just copy this. Boom. Paste it inside here. Now, something we need to do is we actually need to copy this again because it's stated here. Now I always have to first search for it. Okay, firstly, keep it between these kind of words. So we're just gonna make it 3,000 words. Keep it, make the script 3,000 words and ask me to continue after every 1,000 words and don't include any headings. So this is just the script. Like after this, I'm actually going to show you guys exactly how to create the character and all of these things. All right. So let me just see here. I still need to add the whole script. Boom. And now we can just send this and it's going to write us the script. All right. Because this is one of the most important things we first have to do. So I'm just going to say yes. And now it's going to write us the first 1,000 words. So we're just going to use the first 1,000 words. Always make sure that your videos are longer than your competitor videos. So for this specific video, we would probably need to do like between 3,000 and 5,000 words, right? So let's actually, okay, so here's the first video script. So let me just copy all of this. And then I'm going to show you guys how to do the voice. So like I said, I'm just going to do the first part. And then like normally, if you would do this video, you would just tell it, yes, continue. You will see now in a second. So it's taking quite a while to finish. That's just always, you know, ChatGPT. But just keep in mind and how crazy it is that we can actually use ChatGPT and AI these days to make thousands of dollars. Like back in the days, you had to pay like at least $100 for a halfway decent video. So here we have the first part of the script. It's currently writing the second one. But now you're probably wondering like, hey,
screaming at once. The noise wasn't.
How do we get this voice? And it's actually way easier than you think it is. So we're actually going to go to GenAIPro because we're actually going to clone the voice. All right. So we're not going to use ChatGPT, not ChatGPT, but ElevenLabs, all of these softwares. We're actually going to use GenAIPro, which is just way cheaper. All right. You can get like 50 million credits for $140. I'll link it down below. And yes, all right, so let me show you guys what you do. So once you loaded credits, you're just going to access max, then you're just going to voice clone. You will see I already cloned the voice. So what you just do, you just get 4K video downloader or you know, any video downloader, and you just download the audio from this video. Then you just drop the audio inside here, name the voice, choose English, and you click clone voice, and then it's gonna be here, right? I'm not gonna do that now because it takes like 5 minutes to do, and you know, these videos are uncut, so we want to leave it as it is. So for now, I'm just gonna take a very short part, just like this, so it doesn't take forever, but I just want to show you guys how this works, right? So now let's click on create voice. Now it is actually gonna like generate the voice. I actually chose the wrong voice. So I actually need to go here and then to the clone voices and then use this one, and boom. Luckily, these credits are super cheap, so I don't even care that I used the wrong voice. But yeah, check out this platform. It's super, super cool. Not sure how long it's still gonna be there, but while it's there, you guys want to 100 million% use it. So yes, while this is loading, we're actually gonna need to find an image of this guy, a good one. So let's actually look him up like this. And then because we need to create this kind of image here, right? So you guys just need to follow exactly what I'm about to do. And let's just take this image. This is a quite good one, actually. Boom, just like this. And then for now, we're actually gonna input it inside here. You guys will see what I'm doing, what I'll be doing and why I'm actually importing it into here first. So let's actually first go ahead and upscale this image. So for that, we're gonna go to Open Art. This is, in my opinion, the best, you know, AI platform where you can upscale images, you can create videos, you can, no joke, do anything and everything on here. But let's just first upscale this image to make it look way more higher quality when we're later on gonna, you know, create the video. All right, the voice is not done yet. Almost done. So then we can already listen to it while it's upscaling. I'll just take it to this side. And is the voice done? Yes, let's take a listen.
At 2:58 a.m., the instruments woke me before the alarms did.
Boom. Very nice. Okay, so it's still upscaling. This usually takes quite a time, like maybe like 50 seconds or something. Let's hope it's not going to take too long. In the meantime, we can already download the voice, which we will need a bit later. So for the whole video and everything, we're actually going to go to jog.ai. Then we're just going to click on create video. Like it's the first time I'm using it. So let's just go to talking photo. As you guys see, I'm learning how to create videos while I'm actually creating videos, which is super cool. But now we're just going to upload the video inside here. You can also upload the script. Why is it saying re-upload? I think it should be fine. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it like that. Here, the image is now done. Boom. Now we're just going to put the image inside here. A bit higher quality, but it's still not the best, but it should work how it is right now. So what we're going to do now is I'm just cutting him out like this. All right. And then I'm actually going to add a green screen as background. So I'm just going to add a green background like this. So we can later on very easily cut him out. So now we're just going to export this and boom. Wait, let me actually change it a bit because it seems like there's green at the bottom. Let me just make like this, boom. And now let's export this. Okay, so boom. And now we're just gonna go back to this platform and add the image inside here. Boom. Now the image is inside here and now we can already create the video. So now we literally just click create video. This platform, like if you really want to go into this niche, the uploads concept, create a difference. So now you guys see me in real time, how to create, like how I'm also sometimes struggling a bit. Okay, let's see if this image works. If not, I literally just did it before I created this video. So the image, please choose a different image. That's really weird. So let's then take this. Let me see. Let's just take a different kind of image. Let's see this one. The thing is, I actually want a green screen in the background. So I actually need to check because let's just use this image then. Boom. Because I just used this image. So I know this one should work. I literally just created a video with this just as a test. So let's see if it works. Please, 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 please. So I think sometimes you just need to play around with it. Okay, it worked. So sometimes I don't know why it went against the policies. I just used that image like a few minutes ago. Not sure, maybe it doesn't like it if the image has like one single background. So what I would then recommend is just cut him out and add a background like this in the background here. So for example, we would go ahead and look for a sky background, just as an example, space or anything like that. Here, for example, this one, we'd just download it, like copy image, paste, and then just use this as a background. That's actually something we can also try. This will then also work, right? So yes, while this is actually generating here, so this actually does take some time, we can actually do another video, right, talking and try it out with the image we have just created to see if it would work with that, because I obviously always want to make sure that you guys can actually do this too. So boom, let's see, and then let's just paste it inside here. And just add anything like that. Go back. Let's see if this image works now, and please work, should work. Let's see. And okay, it still doesn't work. That's really strange, but at least we have one image that works. So just go through these images until you find something at least that works, and then you should be good. All right. But now the video is almost done. When it's done, we're actually going to import that video into Premiere Pro and just do captions. All right. So that's also super easy. And then we just have to do the thumbnails, which is also extremely easy to do. And yes, let's just wait for this to complete. I'll get you guys back once it's done. Okay, so it's done. By the way, if you guys know a better platform to do this with, please let me know in the comments, because this is like, I've asked a student and he told me this platform is good to do these kind of videos, but let's have a look.
At 2:58 a.m., the instruments woke me before the alarms did. The console was pulsing red.
It looks good. So now let's go ahead and download this. Now, obviously, probably there are platforms out there we can even do it better, but in my opinion, this doesn't even look bad.
Every frequency monitor in the observatory.
Like, it's not the best, but it's decent, right? So now we just paste this inside here. There we have our video. Obviously, if we would have a bit of a better image, that would be very, very nice. But for now, this looks decent and we'll just leave it as it is. So now we're just gonna go here to captions, just add this. And then we're basically done with the video. So here we have the captions.
In the high at 2:58 a.m., the instruments woke me before the alarms did.
As easy as that. All right. Now we need to create the thumbnail, which is also not going to be super, super difficult. So either we can go for these breaking news type thumbnails, or we're going to go for these kind of thumbnails that they have here. So what we're just going to do is we're just going to download this. As I mentioned so many times, you never want to reinvent the wheel, right? So what we're going to do here now is very, very simple. So firstly, we can actually make a screenshot from this, like this. Okay, it made a screenshot. All right, so what we can do now is we can literally go to ChatGPT, boom, new chat, paste it inside here, recreate this image without the arrow. Like, I'm not the most creative person, so I'm just always telling it to make it a bit different. You could always make it a lot better. So others are coming. Okay, so now before we continue, we need, okay, this image is good. We're just gonna reuse this image again inside our thumbnail, boom. Then we need an image of this guy, like this. I always like prefer real images. In my opinion, they're way better. So like than these complete AI images. So that's what I would recommend, to get like a real image. So let's see if we can find a good image here. This one, it's not the best, but might be decent here. By the way, images like this could probably also work in the generator. So might also be able to do a video with that, especially because this looks as if he's on a Zoom call. So images like this would or could be very, very good. So let's actually see if we can find a good image. Just trying to find angry. We don't actually need any image where he's angry, but this one might be good. So let's just save this one, boom. And then we're just gonna cut this out. So I'd always highly recommend to upscale the images, but I don't want to drag this video into the length. Otherwise this video is gonna be way too long. Let me just pick it like this, and then we're just gonna select that, and boom. There we have our image. It doesn't look the best now. You can even cut it out way better. All right, so just gonna make it like this. Boom. And then we actually have to take away these sides a little bit. I'd always highly recommend, by the way, to not like do the thumbnail exactly like I do it now. I'm literally just showing you guys how to create thumbnails like this. But don't copy the thumbnail one-on-one, because it's always going to be very difficult to actually stand out on YouTube if you copy the thumbnails one-on-one. So just try to bring in at least a little bit of creativity, but it's really not that difficult to do thumbnails like this. All right, so here we can now, for example, even make this bigger like that, and then just drag this behind the person as it is there now. Just make this bigger. Then again, we just double click on here, boom, and add a stroke. And then we can add some more clickbaity text. So obviously this doesn't look the best now, but it's okay. Like just for the tutorial, it's fine. So let's just add the colors a little bit to make it a bit better. Boom. Okay, this doesn't look so nice. Let's see. Just let it like this. This image might not be the best. So what I would usually do, as I said, I would actually regenerate this image and just, upscale it. And then it usually is way more higher quality. Now, if you're not creative at all, you could also, like always, copy the title of the original video and the thumbnail. Just paste this. And then you just say, here is the title and the thumbnail. Please give me way more clickbaity text for the title. Not the title, the thumbnail. That's what we need it for. For the thumbnail, boom, then we just send it off. And now it's gonna give us, let's see what it gives us. The signal no one can explain. This might be good. So then we just add this. Boom. We just make it, it needs to be like shorter. NASA can, we are, maybe this one. Let's see, because we don't want something that's too long, because then we can't really make the text very long. So I'll just make it like this. Something that I always see with these thumbnails is they have these marks. Boom. And then we can just make it a bit bigger like that. So you could also use a different kind of text. This text might not be the best, but let's see. And here we have our thumbnail. So now we would just add an arrow. All right. Arrow PNG like this. And we'll just get, let's say, for example, this arrow, please be, okay, it's PNG. So copy image and then, whoops, boom. And then what we can just do is, again, we double click on here, just color overlay, just make it red, and then add a drop shadow. And then we can just, whoops, boom, something like this. And the arrow is a bit random, to be honest, in my opinion, so I might not even add it. But here's how our thumbnail would look like. It's basically the exact same as the competitor thumbnail. So this is basically how you create these videos. Now, if you go into this kind of niche, you obviously have to have a very good title and a very good thumbnail. These are the two most important things when going into a niche like this, because without, like, you're always trying to aim like for 15% CTR. So what you can do is you can literally go inside here and then you can just say, can you give me, especially if your channel is very small, extreme like the thing is, if you know nothing about the topic, you can literally just do it like this and just choose like one of the most extreme clickbait thumbnails you can get, especially in the beginning. Like, it doesn't really matter that much as long as your click-through rate is just as high as it can possibly be. All right, so yes, now you guys know how to create videos like this. Now you can,
for half a century,
you can literally do this exact same thing in any niche. That's the crazy thing. Like, the opportunities are endless in this, with this specific style. And then, like I said, if one of you guys knows a better tool how to create, these AI videos, just let us know in the comments below. So guys, check out the comments as well. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Keep in mind, if you're interested in working close with me, just check out the first link in the video description. Let's get your results exactly like this, and we will see each other in the next video.